Hey guys, welcome back to jasonverdelli.com for today's Internet Marketing Quick Tip. In today's tip, I want to go over a strategy that will help you become more effective and efficient online using social media syndication. And you've probably heard of this term before. If you haven't, you're probably like most people because it's not a real buzzword if you're not in the internet marketing world every single day. Social media syndication really is how do we duplicate our efforts online without having to spend the amount of time or money to have somebody do it for us. Of course, it can't be done in all circumstances and all websites, but there are some great tools out there that we can use to be able to help us get our information out to our connections on LinkedIn, our followers on Twitter, and our friends on Facebook, if that happens to be your strategy. But one of the things that I want to go over real quick is to understand the technological aspect of this, really the tools that are available out there. And I'm just going to go over, just as an example, WordPress. Installing a plugin like wping.fm onto your WordPress blog will help you when you get done writing that article or that educational bit of information. When you hit publish, it'll automatically, you can set it up where it automatically goes out to certain parts of your social networks, not just your Facebook profile, but maybe a Facebook fan page that you have or a LinkedIn group that you have. Again, you may not want, in Facebook, you may not want to send a message out to your profile because maybe you're using it for friends and everything else, but professionally maybe you want to start up a Facebook group, okay? Again, just sort of gathering people's interest. Maybe you're not talking as much as far as like the educational lingo and your industry slang and everything else, but or jargon, should I say. You may not be doing that on Facebook, but maybe LinkedIn's a better environment for that. But with tools like ping.fm or wping.fm, which is just a plugin for WordPress, you're able to designate exactly where that goes. And that's important because you want to make sure that if the people that you're sending this out to, and if you're doing it, most of the times they're doing it in the form of a status update. Sometimes it can be in the form of email, where you automatically email a certain amount of people or a select group of people. One of the things to think of exactly who these people are. Do these people fit that category of readers for you? Are these people going to be, are they going to comment on your blog? Are they going to be actually interested in your content? That's the key thing to remember here. It's not always about, okay, well, wow, I have 5,000 followers on Twitter, and great, I'm going to send this message out. Well, if your followers on Twitter, you don't really know who they are, and you're just trying to build that up just to get numbers, and just sort of guessing about that, that's really not a great strategy, especially if you're using it for business purposes to be able to build relationships. That's really what it's all about. So, again, one of the tools, you can implement a tool like wping.fm onto your website, and I guess just W and then ping.fm. You can do that, but again, what I urge you to think about in the whole, when you're going to syndicate your content out to these other social networks, is to understand exactly where you're doing it. That's a really key thing. And part of your community building, whether it's a group that you create on LinkedIn or a Facebook fan page, whatever that happens to be, there's a bunch of different things you can do. You want to make sure that these kinds of people are the people that are going to react. As an example, I just launched the brand new centralpaexperts.com today, and this isn't really I'm not talking about social media syndication, but I sent out a message to everybody that I'm connected to on the LinkedIn. Obviously, it's very reflective of my actual network, so what I did is I sent it out. I got a ton of responses today about feedback on the site, and that's really what I was asking for. I said, you just give me some feedback. If you can register, that would be great as well. And I got tons of feedback from that. Why? Because these people knew exactly who I am. I take the time to make sure that I message them, I recommend them, I introduce them to new people. I actually use the network, use the tools that are there. They're there for a reason. Somebody at Smart really had thought of them. So use them. Don't just go on there. It's not just about that connection. It's about what you do with that. So without rambling a lot anymore, I want you really to think about, again, the quality of people that you're connected to. And when you think of things like social media syndication, ways to be able to take one article or one bit of content and be able to notify a bunch of different people, I want you to think about exactly who you're notifying, and that's really a key thing to think about. So with that said, that's going to be it for today. I'm going to cover more on this topic into different videos, but I figured that's probably enough for today. Probably had enough of listening to me. So with that said, good luck today, and I'll have another quick tip for you tomorrow. So tune back in here on jasonverdelli.com. Thanks.